Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about that newspaper article. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to link it down below. Now, it was an article that came out in the Manchester Evening News on Saturday, and it involves an interview with the Inghams. So I'm sure most of you do know what I'm talking about and have heard about it or read it, but some of you don't hang out in certain quarters of the internet, so linking it below. It's a cracking read, go and have a look. But today we're going to be going through certain points of it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So this is the headline: we're used to getting abuse for sharing our family's life on social media, but now the trolls are turning on our kids. I'm so glad somebody else has picked up on this. We all know that I've been talking about this recently, and it goes on to say, having launched their YouTube channel around 5 years ago, Sarah and Chris Ingham are no strangers to the abuse that seems to go hand in hand with having an online presence. The husband and wife duo, with their now 5 children, became internet sensations after they started vlogging about their life in the north of England. The family became so popular that when they visited the Arndale in Manchester for a meet and greet a few years ago, over 4,000 fans turned up to catch a glimpse of them. It seems a lifetime ago that they'd have that many people. Right now they have maybe 1 or 2 that would probably turn up if they had a meet up. Yeah. Anyway, it just seems a long time. The abuse started on an online forum with gossip and pathetic comments about Sarah's weight and their choice to film their children. Sarah and Chris vowed never to go back on that website, as they found it damaging for their mental health. But more recently, their fans and friends, have alerted them to another forum, and the abuse isn't just aimed at them anymore, but at their children too. A previous MEN investigation exposed how users on the internet forum Tattle Life, which was created with the intention to hold social media influencers to account, were using fake profiles to troll celebrities. In a more sinister twist, multiple posts seen by the MEN that sounds sinister in itself, doesn't it? Now include references to the family's children, including derogatory comments about their appearance and behaviour, memes at the expense of the kids, and nasty comments about the way Sarah and Chris parent their children. Exactly. Come on, guys. They are nasty. They're pure nasty. You've all seen them. Sarah says, "We don't go on any gossip sites, especially Tattle Life, but we have been made aware that people post about us by some of our followers and friends." Sarah, your followers are your friends. The only friends you have, the followers, I found. They ask if I've seen what they've said about Jason Esme. It's one thing for them to talk about me, but when they talk about my children in such a negative way, I can't have people telling me what they say. Sarah, okay, as much as I'm against Tattle, right? You go on Tattle, you post on Tattle, you live your life reading Tattle every day, and you respond to them through your videos. So to say that you just can't read them anymore, it's just too bad. It's too bad. The thing that gets me about this is that Sarah is using it to say how bad the trolls are for saying things about their kids. While she is right, she's not saying it for the right reasons. She's using it as a way of saying, look at the trolls hating on us, and look at me. It's a Sarah attention grabbing opportunity, whereas she's not actually bothered about whether or not people say bad things about her kids. She actually doesn't care, and that's what really got me about this. Sarah claims the online abuse has become so bad, trolls have reported her and her husband to social services multiple times. She claims one troll reported that her 3-year-old son Jace had been abusing her other child. Fortunately, social services are aware of it all and can see that they are menacing calls, but it's still frustrating as they have to let us know each time a report is made. Now, this is a frustrating bit, okay, because yes, you've got some people who report them for nonsensical things, but you've also got some people who report them for actual things that they're doing, like dangerous things. And it's the amount of people that call social services about things which are not social service related, or it's just a waste of time, something minor, ridiculous things, and it's those people that are setting everything else back, because I can imagine social services getting so many calls and them just saying, oh, not another one, because they get so many like malicious calls, if you like, that when you get one that is actually a problem, it kind of gets lost in all the other crap that does get reported. So whilst yes, she's right, but it doesn't mean to say that Sarah's doing nothing wrong, because we've all seen some of the things that they have done. Sarah says, my husband doesn't even feel like he can kiss the children goodnight because he is branded as inappropriate. It's disgusting, the things they say. I am constantly told by my friends and fans to stop justifying myself, but I feel like I have to. Right, this really, 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 really annoyed me. Okay, and the reason is, right, I can imagine he's there, he's kissing his kids goodnight, right? And people say, oh my God, he's a whatever, right? And he can't kiss his kids, which is ridiculous. But what my issue here is, how is it stopping Chris kissing his kids goodnight? What, he has to kiss his kids goodnight on camera? that in itself is ridiculous. He can still kiss his kids goodnight. How will we know? How will anybody know that he's doing that? Because it does not have to be done on camera to be valid. Just do it. It's not. Am I the? Oh, that sort of mindset blows my mind. It really does. This really annoyed me again. Sarah and Chris say accusations that they exploit their children are false. Okay. I'm struggling to figure out how this is. I don't know. Okay, I'm literally lost. She says accusations that they exploit their children are false, and that their children always have the right to say no to appearing in their vlogs and Instagram posts. Oh my word. Okay, this is a loaded question or point, right? Whatever people see online is what our children are happy with, Sarah said. Our channel has been the same since day one, and we don't change to keep up with the latest trends. What's the latest trends got to do with I don't know. Jesus. It's not our children's jobs to create content. A lot of people have been saying, where are your older daughters? And they are not in it. as much anymore because they don't want to be, and that's fine. They have total control. Okay, fucking hell. I'm sorry. That little swear there is just gonna get me demonetized. Oh my word. Right. Listen up. Okay, everybody listen up. You, Sarah, Chris, everybody just listen to what I have to say, right? This is very, very important. Okay, this is the most frustrating thing that I'm reading. Okay, so the children always have the right to say no to appearing in the vlogs. They don't, right? Do you ask Mila if she wants to appear in the vlogs? Did you ask her? Sarah, tell me that. Did you say to Mila, okay, we're gonna film you being born, and we're gonna film every day of your life. Is that okay? Is that okay if we do that? Because, you know, we need some money, and, you know, you bring us some money if we film you, and yeah. Is that okay, Mila? Oh, also, we want to film you getting your braces, and oh, that's right. We need to film you getting your braces cut off, sawn off, and then film you. Yeah, and Jace, come on, Jace. We also want to film you being born. We're gonna film you every day of your life. We're gonna film you. Remember that massive eye issue you had? The eye, the thing. That, Jace, that was so embarrassing. That was incredibly embarrassing. But our iFam, they will love it. They will love it. But it was embarrassing. Okay, it will be horrible to look back on in future years. But, you know, it was, you know, it will bring in views. The views will be incredible, and you will be major famous. But don't forget, in the future, it might come back to haunt you. It wasn't your best look, okay? But is that okay if we do that? And Isabel, yeah, you may be 17 now, but you know when you started and you were like 10, and we filmed you getting changed. Remember when we filmed you getting changed? Wasn't that great? We filmed you in your bathrobe and you were getting changed, and Chris snuck up on you with the camera. That was good, wasn't it? But, you know, people saw that, and people saw you in a half dressed, half undressed mode. But it, you know, fame. You have fame. What price can be paid on fame? But, you know, there was a few million people saw that, and you know, you may have been called a few things because of it, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to tell you that though, right, when this happened though. So, okay, I think I made my point, right? Sarah, my point is, when you ask your children who are 3 or under 3, or even a 10-year-old Isla, can they comprehend the magnitude of what you are putting out? Yes, you can say to Jace, "Oh, Jace, would you like to be filmed today?" And he'll go, yeah, mummy, mummy, can you please film me doing this? Please, can you film me doing this? Because it's all he knows. But what he doesn't know is that this, when you say show the iFam, who does he think the iFam are? Who do you tell him that they are, the iFam, these people inside the camera? You know, it's ridiculous. he cannot comprehend at 3 years of age that this is going out to thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. Everything is going to be put out there for anybody to take his images, do whatever they want with it. They can pass it around to their friends if they want to. You know, those type of people that want to do that. But he can't comprehend that this is also going to be on the internet forever. And if he knows all this information and can give informed consent, that is the buzzword, informed consent, then, and maybe only then, he will be able to give that consent for you to film his life. And it's not our children's jobs to create content. Well, Sarah, I've got to say, I kind of disagree with you very, very a lot on this, because you film your kids and they create the content. You've always done that. If you'd started out, right, picture this, if you'd started out back in 2016 and it was just you and Chris, do you think for 1 second you would have got 1.3 million views, 1.3 million subs, if it was just you and Chris that had started this channel? And that, you know, nobody would have I mean, you two are dull as dishwater, honestly. Just really, really dull as human beings. You don't have any friends for the, you know, because you're that dull. And yet you think that people tune in to watch you rabbiting on about whether the cost of fake plants and stuff, you know. Yeah. And finally, you said people have been saying, where are your older daughters? They're not in it as much because they don't want to be, and that's fine. Right, this is the issue here. I think you're kind of right. I've seen a lot recently. Isabel especially seems to not either not be in it or not want to be in it. Whenever she's caught on camera, you can see that she doesn't want to be. So what you're doing is you're accepting she doesn't want to be in it anymore, and you know the reasons why. And yet the same thing, the reasons why she doesn't want to be in it now will still apply to your they will still apply to your younger children. And yet you're still willing to put them online, despite you knowing now how your eldest feels about it. She's saying, oh, Mum, I don't want to be in it now because it's embarrassing, or whatever reason it is. And those feelings will apply to your youngest kids as well. And they will feel that exact way when they're older. And yet you're still willing to put them on. So, Sarah, do you ever stop and think? Sarah says, the abuse directed towards her family has become so bad that online trolls now even message her eldest daughter to tell her what parents she has. And I agree, that's completely wrong. People shouldn't be posting, you know, saying how Chris has done this or that. I've seen those type of messages. That's just wrong. And she goes on to say, we won't stop posting though. This is our job. It's how we make a living, and we aren't going to let these nasty trolls stop us from doing that. But it does have an impact on your mental health. So are we talking about your mental health, Sarah, or are we talking about your kids' mental health? Because you actually posted a vlog with this exact question, and you stated that vlogging doesn't have a bad impact on your kid's mental health, so which one is it? Now, despite having just said that the abuse is getting directed at your eldest daughter, you've also then said we won't stop posting. So even though your daughter's getting abuse, you're not going to stop posting. Does that not say something about your character? Doesn't matter what people are saying about my kids. We're not going to stop posting because, you know, it's what we do. It's what we want to do. And the mind boggles. Truly it does. Now finally, we had to move from our home in Leeds to North Lincolnshire because people found out where we lived and would drive past our house and try to take pictures of us. Okay, you told everyone where you lived. You vlogged it. You filmed it. You filmed you moving in. You filmed the housing company that you bought the house from. You filmed everywhere. You filmed in your locality. I don't see how this is a trolly thing. It's, but you know, people, it wasn't a secret. And I don't think people, trolls especially, I don't think actually took pictures of you or tried to. You used to say things like, somebody stood outside. Somebody stood outside our house and taking a picture. There was nobody outside your house taking a picture of you. It's something you used to say to try and get people to feel sorry for you and to scare your kids. I mean, that's how much you love your kids, is that you used to make up stories just so that people, I don't know, so your kids would be scared. Anyway, but you did post a picture of some random person. I mean, this just goes to show. I remember you posted a picture on Instagram of a random person who was outside somebody else's house, not even your house. It wasn't even on your street, I don't think, but it was on your estate, if I remember. And this person was stood there, possibly taking a picture of something, but they weren't outside your house. They were nowhere near your house. And you, though, however, took a picture of them and posted it on Instagram. So how does that make you a better person? I have no idea. Anyway, so now we come to the crux of it. This is the bit that everyone's interested in, isn't it? One former Tattle Life member who frequently used to post about the Ingham family says he has stopped using the site altogether after the conversation became too toxic and frequently mentioned the couple's children. Now, there's been quite a lot of debate, speculation over this, and I can indeed officially confirm exclusively that yes, indeed, I was that former Tattle Life member that is mentioned in the article. There's a lot more quotes. If you want to go and read it, hit the link below and go and read that. But I just thought I'd give exclusively what is what, because to save misinformation, because we don't like misinformation, and I've seen it mentioned on a certain website. Okay, I've seen it mentioned on Tattle. They're speculating. But they're not allowed to mention me or derail the thread. I think that's one of the rules. Anyway, I'm just saying it. Don't mind me. I would never accuse you of breaking the rules over there, Tattle. So yeah, I think the point of the article kind of got lost a little bit in the fact that it's supposed to be about Tattle and how they're doing bad, but it also shone a light on how bad Sarah and Chris are. So, you know, win-win and everything. I don't think Tattle are going to win many awards for being nice, and you know, I personally, I don't think that Chris and Sarah should get a pass in anything. I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. Even said that to the reporter. Said it. It's in the article if you want to read it. But at the same time, we shouldn't be hating on the kids, because that's wrong, and I'm not seeing anyone from Tattle actually admit that that is wrong. What I'm seeing is them defending Tattle for doing it. They say things like, oh, it's only a small minority, or we're allowed to because the parents are so bad. So, you know, I think at the end of the day, the kids are not at fault and should not be hated on in the way that they are being. Anyway, I'll reiterate, if you want to read the article, click on the link below and it'll take you straight there. Have a good read, and please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe unless you plan on unsubscribing. You know, I'm here and I'm always going to tell the truth and facts and give an honest opinion about things. And above all, I have to stand with integrity, because if I don't have integrity, then people that watch me won't know whether to trust and believe what I say. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will catch you again. I will catch you again soon. Take care, everybody, and bye bye.